Hey everybody, Happy New Year. I thought it'd be fun to do a little get ready with me as I get ready for New Year's Eve. I am going out, I will say. Oh, New Year's Eve. Some years I have fun plans, some years I have no plans. This year I made plans. I saw a really cute dress that I wanted. It was $35. I grabbed it, I messaged my friend Ashley and I said, I got a cute dress, let's do something New Year's Eve. So sometimes you just have to be like, you know, if you're not invited to something, make something happen. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to a restaurant in Noda, which is in Charlotte, it's neighborhood in Charlotte. They have like a multi-course special New Year's Eve menu. And then we will, from there, I don't know, hop around. Noda's very like walkable. There's lots of different places that are all kind of having New Year's Eve type stuff. So the point is we're gonna dress up, be cute, have fun, enjoy some friend time, and go out and not, I could have easily just sat at home. Like if I hung out with my family, love you fam, they all fall asleep before midnight, so I made plans. I just got out of the shower. I've cut my hair, by the way. You'll see it whenever I get ready in a little bit. I'm gonna do my makeup first, and I'm gonna actually try some different like eye styles than normal. And I thought it would be fun. Like I'm not a big like resolutions person. So instead, and my camera's doing some weird focusing thing, so sorry if that happens. So instead of doing New Year's resolutions, I thought it'd be fun to do a kind of like reflection on the past year, and not like a major like January I did this, but like what's it been like being a small YouTuber? What's it been like getting YouTube going? Because I started YouTube late September, October, a little over a year ago. So I've done a full year now. 2019 was the first year I did YouTube all the way through. So I'm going to do what they call like a tag, which just means it's questions someone created it, and then lots of other people do the videos. So I'm gonna do the small YouTuber tag, which was created by Smokey Glow. And then I also put up on Instagram and the YouTube community tab a post to ask questions. Now I only put that up like an hour and a half ago. So I did get some questions, just not a ton, and I'm sorry for the late notice on that. So I'm gonna be answering both as I get my makeup going. And I hope you enjoy learning a little bit more about my experience with YouTube, because I've seen some people start before me, and I've seen some people start after me, and it seems to me that every person has a different experience of growing on YouTube, different paces. It can be really hard to like not compare yourself. So I thought it'd be fun to just share what it's been like for me. I've been here over a year. I do make money through ads. So I've like hit that milestone, meaning that my channel can make money, but like I'm not at 10,000 subscribers yet, so I'm still very small. So let's talk about that as I get ready. I've been watching a lot of Samantha Jo here on YouTube, and her little intro song for Vlogmas is forever in my mind. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with this Volcano Goddess palette. I'm gonna do my eyes first. I'm gonna try to do something adventurous, and we all know that can go horribly wrong. So we're gonna do that first and see how it goes. And then if I have to take it all off, I have to take it all off, and I will survive. And I am wearing a dress that's kind of like gunmetal color. So this Volcano Goddess palette is good for that because it has some like mauves and things, but also gunmetal. And then I might also borrow from this palette, which is a Morphe palette. It's the Brunch Babe 15B palette, because this has like black and stuff, and the other one does not. So I'm going to use, I think, both of those. I watched some Raw Beauty Christie this morning to get inspired. So if you guys have seen me do eye looks before, you know this could go any kind of way. Usually I do foundation first, but yeah, this could go really badly. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll answer the small YouTuber tag first, and then we'll get into y'all's questions, just in case there's some last minute ones that have gotten up there. Alright, so first one, how many years have you been on YouTube? I kind of answered that in the intro. So I started YouTube September 2018. And I will say, like, it went well pretty quickly because I think I started being able to make money via ads. And I know that, like, sounds really pretentious to a lot of people, but basically what it means is that your channel has had enough success in YouTube standards and YouTube terms to have companies share your stuff. And that seems small, but also what it does is it makes YouTube share your content more. If your stuff isn't something that someone wants to pay an ad for, then good luck getting your content out there. Unfortunately, like, the YouTube algorithm is going to push content that can make money for them. So that happened as of January. It was pretty quick for me, and it was really exciting. And then getting all my eye brushes together. And then from there, I just kept, you know, toiling away, working, and I try to figure out what kind of videos I like to make, and it's been kind of fun. And I'll be honest, like, I knew I wanted to do plus size fashion, but I didn't know where I wanted to start with it, so it's just kind of been like all over the place, really. What was my very first video about? I need to go look. I'm pretty sure it was my, okay, so I opened up YouTube a long time ago. I think back whenever I first blogged, and I had a video from when I was in graduate school doing a dialect thing. I've hidden it, you can't find it. And then I had a video celebrating like 3 years on my blog. So obviously, those things I've hidden. So I would say, yeah, I had a dialect video, I had a video of a monster truck rally, I had a Vine video on here, and then I had my 6-year blogiversary video. I also had a Gwenny B video. Those were from like a long time ago when I was still blogging. So my first video that's actually public that I started a year ago was a shop with me. I went to an antique store in my local town and then looked at fall decor. That video, which I published on September 15th, 2018, only has 511 views. For reference, let's see, I put up a video today, and this is a video that's not plus size fashion, so it tends to get lower views anyways, and it's only been out for a couple hours, and it has almost 400 views. So that video that only had 500 views is like, that's the very beginning video that I made. And that is where I found that purse that a lot of you notice that's usually in the background. I put it away. I might actually sell the purse. But that's where I found it, in that video at that antique store. Alright, so one thing I've seen Raw Beauty Christie do that is scary to me is she puts the color in her crease all the way to the front. I'm gonna do it. I am scared, but I am gonna do it. I started with a very easy color to do it with, but you know, I'm gonna do it. I'm brave. Who is your dream collab? Huh. I could see multiple ones that would be really fun to do. And by the way, I do not like it when people comment in my comments that they don't like another YouTuber. It feels very like it feels like it's asking me to like co-sign you not liking someone. It's perfectly fine to have preferences, but I just say that because I don't like, that just feels mean, basically. So I think it'd be really fun to do something with Fat Girl Flo. Me and her are basically the same size. I probably want to do something with her more about like a conversational video versus like a fashion video. So I think it'd be fun to collab with her on that. And then other kind of like fashion video. I'm thinking of all the people I watch. By the way, I dragged it all the way in, but like, I can barely see it. I'm gonna raise it up a little bit. Make sure I get it up here so you can see the eye look when I don't have my eyes closed for you to see it. I mean, I've already collabed with Laura, which I think is fun because Laura Burns and I like similar services and do similar videos. There's a lot of people I love, but I don't know that I could like see myself collabing with them. Like, so for instance, I watch Jessica Torres. Her fashion is like very different than mine. She's very New York, experimental. You can tell she works in fashion. I do not. I'm a normal person, aka not normal. I'm not that normal, but I'm a person that doesn't have a job in fashion, has a job outside of that. So yeah, I don't know. Didn't answer that very well. I guess it'd be Fat Girl Flow then. What would it mean to make it on YouTube? What would it mean to you to make it on YouTube? I don't know, because I don't have some of the same goals that other people have who want to make. Okay, so I was gonna use more of this, but everything's shimmery in this. So I'm gonna switch over to Morphe. This is going well. Okay, what would it mean to make it on YouTube? I think for me to make it on YouTube would mean get to work with brands I really admire. Because right now I get a lot of, I mean, I have started doing this, but a lot of brands that want to work with me either don't want to work with me for pay or are not brands that like I get emails all the time for brands that I don't feel comfortable doing videos with because I don't think their clothes are gonna fit me, or you know, for whatever other reason. And I think it'd be really cool to be able to have time to do more exciting videos. So I think to make it would mean it's freed me up in another kind of job sense where I have time to make the kinds of videos I would like, because I don't have time to do this sometimes. And then I would like to be able to pay my rent with YouTube money. That would be really cool. Like, be able to make enough money that I could move out of what my current situation is, which is I don't ever see myself being able to get out of a rental system in terms of like owning my own home or something. It'd be really cool to have enough income from YouTube to do that. So in a social, that's like in a financial sense. In a social sense, it would be other YouTubers seeing me as like a YouTuber. Right now, the people that, you know, talk to me are mostly beginning YouTubers, and that's my people, you know. So being more just part of the community in general of plus size people here on YouTube, and then being able to make the content I want. And obviously to do all that, you'd have to have enough supporters that like what you're making to make it worth it. To be fair, this looked horrible on Raw Beauty Kirsty too until she finished it. So I'm gonna keep on going, but I am going to take a fluffier brush and blend a bit. What is your end goal on YouTube? I don't have an end goal. I don't have an end goal. I prefer it that way. I do not have the goal for this to be my full-time job, or to pay my only bills. I don't see myself leaving working a normal job, and I don't have a goal besides continuing to enjoy it. And if I ever stop enjoying it, like I did stop enjoying blogging, then I will stop doing YouTube. What is the hardest part about YouTube? I would say finding the time and motivation to do it, especially because I'm a messy girl, and sometimes I want to film things, but my house isn't clean, and it means I gotta clean my house, and I don't want to clean my house all the time, you know what I mean? Like, you have to do a lot of things to be able to do YouTube. And then also, I don't always enjoy the editing process, and I would say my editing skills are limited. So like, one thing I want to really work on, so I'm gonna go in, well, she usually cuts the crease. Okay, I'll do that. I will attempt what she does. What was it? Hard part about YouTube. Hard part about YouTube is anticipating what people will like. Some videos that I think are gonna get like no views really do well, and that's just me being new and figuring things out. Like, I didn't think hardly anyone's gonna watch my flying while fat video because I was just sitting in a not well lit area. But a lot of people comment on that video, and it still finds people. I literally can't remember anything I'm doing. Oh yeah, so hardest part is figuring out what people actually will like. Making sure it's stuff that I actually will like. And then time. Just making sure I have time to do it well. Having time to come back and comment to people. That used to be easier. Now that I've moved into a different work role, that's been harder. And then, yeah, time to do it, time to devote to it. Sometimes I feel like I'm a little bit like an anti-influencer in the sense that I don't do as aesthetically pleasing of stuff as other people, partly through laziness, partly because I literally do not have the time to go take pictures somewhere. Like, I am taking pictures on my porch or right outside my apartment, and that's what I have time to do. And I would love to have time to do more. And some of these people, like, they have partners or friends who are also fellow bloggers they'll get together with, and they'll, you know, I think I went too high with the other one. They'll, you know, do stuff with, like, take pictures or work on videos together. I don't have that person who is also interested in it locally to me. So it's doing it almost always by myself, which isn't always fun because I'm a pretty social person. I want to be able to do things with people. Was that blurry the entire time? I'm so sorry. Also, my answer was all over the place. All right, what is the best part about YouTube? All right, best part about YouTube. When I was blogging, people stopped commenting. So, like, people moved to Instagram. They just really wanted the quick satisfaction of, you know, liking a picture and moving on. All right, I'm gonna go with these sparkly ones down here. Okay. So when I started YouTube, I didn't know how much people would comment, and I am very happy to say that YouTube is much more community based than my experience with blogging was. So that has been the best part. You know, people really do interact. And it's been fun because sometimes those people are near me. Sometimes when I travel, they tell me that they live nearby. I've gotten to meet a bunch of people, and that's been really cool. So, like, some people went to Fat Camp and I got to meet them there. When I went to Columbus, I got to meet somebody that lived there who follows my blog or follows my YouTube channel, and that was like, it's really cool, honestly, to know people in many places and to make those friendships and connections. I feel like putting that sparkly thing that I just put on, basically I didn't do anything else besides put on sparkly things, so it kind of like took away what I did elsewhere. again, did we expect any better? I don't know, but just figured I'd mention it. To be fair, she used a different kind of sparkly stuff. I will also say she puts lashes on. I don't wear lashes, so we'll see how this looks with like just normal mascara and stuff. Doesn't look great right now. So the best part of YouTube has definitely been meeting people and I have a lot more friends on Instagram now that I interact with often. Definitely meeting people. For example, like I recently met someone who had watched my videos, and we realized that we work at the same place. I'm gonna get to meet her in January. I think that's really cool. I want more friends who are interested in similar things to me. That sounds awesome. All right, let me wipe away. I don't know how I feel about the eyes, but I'm gonna leave it alone for now until I put all my other makeup on and can feel something about the other makeup. And I forgot to put moisturizer on, so let me do that real quick. What is the funniest comment you've ever gotten? Okay, I don't remember actually the funniest comment, but I know who the funniest commenter is. The Senorita Fabulosa. I hope I remembered that correct. She leaves the funniest comments. This is an aloe-based moisturizer, so I need to let this soak in. I'm looking very pink. My skin is not doing well. It's not doing well. I did 2 masks yesterday. I probably should have done that. What is the meanest comment you've ever gotten? So I get a pretty good amount of mean comments. You probably don't see them because I do block the people. So of course I get the, you know, you're fat. Shocking. You're here on a plus size channel. I can't remember any specific like comment about me being fat that was like the worst. Recently in the video where I was cleaning out my office, someone said it looked like I was pregnant with triplets in my butt. So that was pretty interesting, you know, learning that you can be pregnant in your butt and learning that it could be triplets in your butt. That was interesting. I'm gonna be honest though, I don't think this was intended to necessarily be mean, but this week's probably the one where I received the one that hit me the most. And if you follow me on Instagram, you already know about it. And it's that someone emailed me to say they were going to unsubscribe and did not want to watch me anymore because I had said that I was not religious. Part of it was being upset that I was showing a video of me celebrating Christmas and then also saying I was not religious. And then the other part of it was that me even just saying it and identifying as such on camera was basically making it, what'd they say? This is a person who followed me for a while, so I think it hit a little bit harder. Basically me saying that I'm a non-believer is me taking a stand, and how they will find more satisfaction from focusing less on the non-religious. And there was more into it. The email honestly to me, or the email honestly brought back a lot of bad feelings. I grew up Catholic in an area where Catholic was not the norm. I've had kids from a very young age tell me I was going to hell because I was Catholic. I've had family who are, you know, in stricter faith than others who, you know, because their son or daughter or whoever leaves the faith, it means they can't do certain things with them. I think division by faith is really sad, and I also think someone making sure to tell me that because I don't have faith that I'm not worth watching was really upsetting. And that's probably the comment that upset me the most since I've been on YouTube. And I think in the end, you know, people comment saying I had a feeling you weren't religious, but it doesn't matter to me. I think in the end, it's probably best that person has stopped watching me. I think it upset me. I think, you know, you don't have to tell people that. You don't have to tell people that. You can just stop watching. I don't know what the purpose was, but it made me feel really crappy. What other subject matter could you create a YouTube channel about? Academics. Doesn't seem very fun to me though. I could do it about writing. I don't think I would like it. I could make a channel about, that's much more specifically about, oh well, no, that's kind of this channel. I could make a channel about being a lecturer. So it's a very specific position in a college, and it is one that is considered typically contingent faculty, meaning you cannot earn tenure. You're typically paid to teach mostly. Some lecturers don't have voting rights, some lecturers do. Basically, it's a lower level position, and but it's a position that more and more universities are leaning on because it is cheaper labor. I could definitely make a channel about that. Now, is it smart to do it when you're a contingent faculty? I don't know, but it's one of the things I know a lot about. Why did you start your YouTube channel? So, it's kind of, well, I've told you guys this before, but I used to blog. And I do think there's something inside of me that wants to share. And partly I want to share because I want to be part of the community that I watch. So, like I watched YouTube for a couple months before, or not couple, more than a couple months before I started a YouTube channel. And I wanted to join the community I was watching, you know, I wanted to be in the same round of people. I wanted to be able to talk to them about things and be able to talk to the people that were watching that content. And for me, a lot of people do that through commenting. I don't. I want to be like a fellow participant, I guess you could say. Like a full participant, someone that also creates things and shares things, because I do think that, like, I really like watching Gabriella Fortunato. I watch Learning to Be Fearless. I watch Sometimes Glam. I watch Kelly B. I watch Jessica. I watch Laura Burns. I watch all these people, but none of them dress like me or do things exactly like me, and that's the beauty of these kinds of media that are built on the individuals, that we all have like differences. And I really feel, and still felt whenever I started and still feel this way, that there needs to be people who aren't full-time influencers or people in the fashion industry, or people that, you know, solely or mostly even live off of YouTube doing it. Because I personally, like, I first got into YouTube honestly by watching cleaning videos, and it was my greatest challenge, and she's a mom and she has a job, and I liked watching a person who had a quote-unquote what I consider normal life because they are working and all this stuff. Every time I look away, is it like getting, I really hope this is not messing up a lot. Anyways, I think it's important for there to be lots of representation of different kinds of plus size women in media. I think it's important that not all of them have the end goal of only, you know, it being a career for them. I think it's important to see women in lots of different job fields, all kinds of things. And I'm really sad because every time I look at the camera, it looks like it refocuses. So that makes me not know how bad the focus is. So I'm sorry if this is a pain in the ass to watch. What video are you embarrassed by? Well, I want to tell you guys, then you're gonna go watch it. I'm not really embarrassed by any video. Am I embarrassed by any video? I mean, look, I'm putting freaking concealer on my chin because I have, as you know, facial hair issues. I mean, am I really embarrassed about anything? I don't think so. I think sometimes like the videos I cringe the most at and the ones I've stopped doing are the ones where I go somewhere and like everything doesn't work out, because people like get down on me saying I'm being negative, but like that's just the reality, is that sometimes you go someplace and it doesn't work out. So like when I went to Ashley Stewart, probably got the nastiest comment. Well, not nastiest, but it's just annoying, you know. It's I wanted to show like what it is like going to these places, and I do still do this some, but like I went to Tord and everything was awful, and I was just like, I'm not gonna put it out there because it just feels like it does feel a little bit negative sometimes. And so maybe those ones are the ones I'm just like, I could leave them. I could take them off and not miss them, basically. I don't know why this always happens. Why does that one spot in my eye just like really take in color compared to everywhere else? By the way, I'm not usually someone who likes to bake. In fact, usually it's way too much. But I've been using this HD Flawless by Absolute New York powder. Really like it. What video are you the most proud of? I think I really like my fat camp video. I didn't get as many views as I expected to get, which is fine. I think I'm most proud of my fat camp video. I think I captured fat camp really well, and I worried leaving it that I didn't have enough footage, but I think it all came together, so probably that one. What is your first YouTube memory? Don't know what this means. Trying to think if there's like a big memory that stands out. First YouTube memory. One of my first YouTube like cool things I did was go to Worthy Figures. It was my first time meeting her. It's when she still didn't have a storefront. And I went to her home and looked at, you know, her boutique. That was probably the coolest. It was one of the first times I went to someone and said, hey, like, I have a YouTube channel. Can I come and do this? So that was pretty cool. And since then I've done that a lot more, obviously. I've worked with, gone to Cooper Road Collection. So that was a cool YouTube memory of getting the cojones to go and do that. That's the end of the YouTube beginner tag. But we have your questions, so we'll keep going in just a minute. Let me finish this. Why does makeup always look so bad until you finish it and then you're like, oh, it was okay. Alright, so let's go to your questions. Let's look and see what's on YouTube first. Okay. One person asked, how do you grow your channel? So I don't know there's any like one specific way. I think one thing is you have to be an observer of the kinds of content you want to make. So I wanted to be, like I said, I wanted to join the community that already existed. I wanted to also make videos where I showed what clothing I was wearing and what clothing I bought and all that stuff. So I think like a big thing is observing what's already happening and being part of something that already exists, because completely starting from new and trying to do content that hasn't yet already kind of, like, everyone does hauls, everyone does inside the dressing rooms. That's one, like, people are looking for those things, and YouTube will pick up on the name of those things and help you find people, you know, that are looking for it. So I think one thing is like observing what's already happening in the community and doing content that's similar to that, but in your own way. And then the other thing is making sure you're using tags on your videos. That's what people put in search engines, making sure they're accurate to what you're putting out there. I think, you know, you don't have to have flashy videos. I don't have flashy videos. But you need to have videos that have good lighting and good quality. The people I notice who really have a hard time growing are the people that like don't show their faces. People need to see like who you are. So like show your face, have good quality, have good lighting. It could just mean I film on my phone all the time. This is currently not on my phone. It's having horrible focusing issues apparently. But like, I just have normal, natural lighting happening right now. It's really upsetting how badly this is happening because it's an expensive ass camera. I make my thumbnails in PicMonkey, which is a free service. There's a lot of free stuff you can do to help your channel grow and have decent video quality. How do you file your taxes as a hobby or as a small business? So this is the first year I'll have any taxes to file that are YouTube related. My understanding, and my battery's getting low, so we'll see, I might switch my phone, is that AdSense will, which is Google, which is YouTube, will send me a earnings and I'll just file it. I don't have like a business name. I just file it as earnings. Right now I'm not earning enough, I think, to like for it to be an issue, but we'll find out. I'll let you know after due taxes. This will be my first year. I'm gonna find out a lot of stuff, I'm sure. Okay, sorry, I had to do a battery change. The next question was, what's been the most rewarding part of YouTube and what's been the most challenging? So they said, I'm not plus size, but I've learned a ton about fashion styling and being braver when it comes to clothes I wear. So I will say, like, I mentioned earlier, meeting people has been really rewarding, and I think that's part of the reason, is finding people that are going to build you up, who, you know, see you as a worthwhile individual. And I will say, like, it's definitely had a positive impact on my self-esteem. So I'm not surprised. When I was at the, like, when I started blogging, blogging also had a large impact on my self-esteem. I think putting yourself out there and having people accept it and like you for it is only going to build your sense of self. And luckily the nice comments majorly outweigh the negative ones. And then even just being proud of myself or having a sense of accomplishment with myself, all of that has been very rewarding with YouTube. Having something to focus on that's not just my work, because that tends to be and tends to take a lot of me. I focus a lot on my job. So having a passion project and honestly just getting reconnected, because I did, again, like, I used to blog, had a lot of friends, lost touch with a lot of them, got back into this, and either reconnected with some of them, but like some people just stop participating and you do lose contact, and it's sad. But I feel every day I have someone to come and talk to, and that is awesome. Most challenging, I mentioned the time. I think dealing with criticism is challenging. Dealing with, I think the thing that annoys me the most or the hardest, is waking up to negative comments, waking up to negativity. I am bad about like checking my phone first thing in the morning, and sometimes I'm waking up to really negative comments and it can shade my day, which, you know, that email that I had gotten that I talked about earlier, like maybe I would be able to handle it better had I not woken up and read it, you know, like it being the first thing I'd get to that day. But I tend to like get the most mean comments while I'm sleeping, and also I think a lot of it is coming from people in another country, and a lot of it is from men, which I think is interesting. So that is hard. Like, some of us have been bullied in the past, some of us haven't, but imagine waking up every day to someone saying something mean about you. It can be overwhelming sometimes. Most days I'm pretty darn resilient in handling it. Alright, so I think that's all on YouTube because, oh, there's a fourth comment. Okay, like this one. I don't know if they intend to be mean about it, but do you plan on trying to lose weight? So I will say this. I've been plus size my entire life. I've been bigger, I've been smaller. I will never make content about weight gain or weight loss, because I think fluctuating body size is normal for most people, and I never want to contribute to media that makes people feel certain things about their body. So I don't necessarily plan on losing weight. If I ever do lose weight, I probably won't talk about it. I'll talk about my size whenever I'm somewhere. I'll say, oh, I'm now a size this, but like I did whenever I gained weight. But I'm not gonna contribute to media about it. So I don't have any active plans at the moment. I do have active eating plans, and that is because my body is absolutely rejecting gluten at the moment. So that's something I am actively working on, but I need to do it in a way that's like not gonna make me go crazy. Alright, let's hop over to Instagram and see what's over there. Oh, interesting question. So how much personal time a week do you spend on YouTube related things? So I try for 2 videos a week. I'm not always successful. Sometimes I've had weeks where I've like done a lot and I do like 3 videos a week. I would say filming a video typically takes me an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on what the video is, but usually an hour and a half to 2 hours to make a 15-20 minute video. I edit, so I then need to import all the media into my phone because I edit on my phone. That is not very professional, however, it makes this possible. I've edited on a computer before. I don't have a computer that's powerful enough to do it quickly. It takes hours, and I'm not talking 2 hours. I'm talking it would take me 6 hours to edit a 20-minute video, plus then it's gonna render for like 2-3 hours. Then hours. I do not do it anymore. I can't. If that was my reality, I would not be able to make YouTube videos. So I do it on my phone, and editing typically takes another hour or two. Another hour and a half maybe, depending on how long the video is, depending on how much I need to do with it. Then I need to upload it to YouTube. While I'm uploading to YouTube, that's typically, because it takes a while to do that, that's when I typically go and find links to everything. That's when I go and make my thumbnail pictures. So I'm just going to say another hour or two. So for every video you see, it's probably around 5-6 hours of work. So, and then of course there's like the little works that's really hard to capture, like thinking of ideas or cleaning so I can film a video. All those things take time. When I'm having really good filming time, it's usually because I'm taking like a day, like a Saturday or a Sunday, and filming multiple videos in it. And sometimes what I'll do is like I'll leave work and I'll be like in the mood to go somewhere, and I'll go ahead and do it inside the dressing room. Inside the dressing rooms are the easiest to film, but I'm still usually there for a long time. One person said, I like the content you offer, your creativity and management. I wish you a 2020 with many successes. Thank you very much. What made you decide to start becoming a blogger? P.S. I love watching all your videos. Thank you. So I think, again, like I said a little bit earlier, but I wanted to be part of the community that I was watching. And maybe it's just like I can't shut up or something, but I saw these girls and I wanted to like legitimately be their friend. And part of the way of being their friend is like to actually do the same stuff they're doing. And then it became more of I like the documentation, I like sharing, I like how it pushes me to do something. So I just really liked the process from that point. I look very white, but in person there's more like, you know, I have more colors on my face than you're seeing. Does it get tiring deciding what parts of your life you want to share as content on YouTube? Yes and no. I think the part I struggle with the most actually is what not. Like, yeah, I guess I do struggle sometimes with feeling like I can't share certain things. Mostly from being a teacher. So I'm not going to share like certain topics I maybe would like to talk about. Sometimes it's less the decision of sharing what I want to share and more about just like not having the time to do it. Sometimes like some videos I take forever. Like I want to do a video on my favorite bras and stuff because you guys have asked me. It's my #1 asked question. Apparently I look like I wear a good bra. But I gotta be like really careful of how I film that. And I'm just like, it's stalling me. It's like a creative block because I feel like I have to be so careful, which is, it's a fine task to have. You know, it's not necessarily a bad thing that I need to be thoughtful in that way, but it stalls me. Sometimes I take a lot of video and don't share it, and I think honestly the thing that I sometimes find like stinks is I don't think anyone else in my life, I don't share conversations and stuff with people. I don't have people on my channel with me, unlike people like Gabriella Fortunato or Learning to be Fearless, who like have people in their life who are comfortable being on camera. Gosh, come on now. Okay. So that means like you might see them, but you don't see who I am with them. And I think that can sometimes be like, it's limiting. And so I'm like, what's the point in filming? You can't even really understand this relationship because they didn't sign up to be on YouTube. So I think that's the thing. Like a lot of people watch, even thinking of like Justine K. I wouldn't mind clapping Justine K. That'd be fun. The people in her life are willing to be in her YouTube videos, and so it's just me and Lola, because Lola, she can't say no to me. I have snacks. She just has to play along, whereas everyone else can say, nah. Like I've really wanted to do a video with my mom, but my mom's not interested in being on YouTube. Understandably so. Let's see. Did anything significant happen to you to help overcome camera shyness? I will say, whenever I first started doing this, I hated the sound of my own voice. I'm like, I know it's not therapy, but exposure, exposure, exposure. The more I hear my voice, the more normal it is to me. It doesn't bother me anymore. So like, just doing it and the world, continuing on was very helpful. And then I think I'm a teacher. So because I'm a teacher, I had to get over my shyness a long time ago. I'm used to being in front of people. I'm used to having to speak. So that definitely has helped, and I understand not everyone has a career that kind of like pushes them to improvise often or just own what they have to say. So teaching definitely has done that for me. So I think the eye look ended up okay. Not that you can really see it very well. When I put the like gunmetal-y beige shimmer on, you couldn't tell I did much of anything else, but it's definitely more eye makeup than I typically wear. And yeah, I'm okay with it. It's fine. Does it stand out? Probably not. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna put on a lip treatment for now. I still gotta do my hair. I need to get to moving. Alright, this is the last question, so I'll do this one. I'll dry my hair and fix it and then see if there's any more. Do you watch your videos back or nah? I would be in the nah camp. So, whenever I make a video, I have to edit it, and I'm sitting there looking at the video back and forward for an hour and a half. So once it's done and up, no, I don't rewatch it. Sometimes I'll skip to a place to take a screenshot or skip to a place to check something, and that's it. I don't rewatch my videos. Yeah, I haven't rewatched my videos. I'm editing them. I'm going back and making smaller versions of them for Instagram. I'm pretty intimate with them by the time they go up on YouTube. Now maybe if I'm like 10 years down the road, I might revisit some, but no, usually no. Alright, gonna go do my hair. BRB. I'll take you outside too, because I'm not trusting the lighting in here. Gotta get dressed, gotta get my stuff together. Be right back. Just checked for new questions. I do have some new ones. How do you go about starting a channel? You start, you make a video, you put one out there. Again, I suggest starting with videos that already exist, you know, whatever kind of video you want to do. Is it a review? Is it a how-to? You decide, you make it, but do something that already exists so that you can insert yourself into a conversation that's already happening. How do you gain subscribers? I went over that a long ago. How long did it take you to get a decent audience? I think I had 1,000 subscribers within 2.5 months, which I consider a decent audience. And consistency. So like if you make a video and then 2 months later you make another video, that's gonna be really hard to get people to subscribe and pay attention to you. So consistency, showing yourself, talking to your audience often. Alright, so that's on Instagram. Let me see if there's any new ones, or that's on YouTube. Let me see if there's any new ones on Instagram. Alright, just 2 more. Did you meet any of your goals set for this year? So I actually did have some goals set. Well, I had the goal to be consistent, and I think I've met that goal. And I had the goal to do more plus size event type stuff. I did that goal. I also wanted to be making $500 a month. I'm not making that goal through YouTube. And I also had the goal to meet 10,000 subscribers, which I did not meet. And I don't think not meeting the numerical goals made me feel any differently. Like, I'm okay having not met those. Do you think there's a need for another size, like 32, 34 vlogger, tips for starting? I definitely think there's a need. I think there's always a need for multiple size vloggers. You know, for me, I think me and Laura Burns are on the same size. I think I'm slightly bigger than her. And then like the next person up, I would say, like around the same size as Fat Girl Flo. And then up from there is probably Candy Fox. I'm naming 3 people. There's definite need for more people out there. People with different personalities, different styles, different life experiences, different desires, interests, all that stuff. Yes, 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 more. Tips for starting. I think I've kind of covered this in lots of circular ways, but go in knowing what kind of videos you want to make. You know, do you want to do plus size commentary? Do you want to do fashion? And stay with that. And then work towards consistency. It might be 1 video a week. That is fine. work on get into a groove of filming and editing, consistency again, talk to other people on Instagram, on YouTube. iPhone, iMovie, and good lighting will take you a long way. So devote some time to it. Think about what you want to create. Think about what you want to do that's similar to other people. Think about what you want to do that's a little bit different than other people. And really think of it as like you're joining a bigger conversation than yourself. There are people on YouTube doing a lot of stuff about plus size stuff. I'm one voice amongst a lot of voices. And all I can do is offer what I have. And so figuring what that is, you know, and just going for it and starting it and seeing what happens, seeing what people react well to and what they don't react well to, and just enjoying it, knowing it's a process. I think the thing that hinders people the most is thinking that their video or whatever it is they're putting out there needs to be perfect right away. I enjoy seeing people learn what their channel's gonna be like. It's okay for your channel to change. Just start. I think this is gonna be the end of the video. I need to go get my stuff, go to my friends. I'll get ready there. I'll show you what I'm wearing there. Yeah, talk to you soon. I'm still getting used to the hair. What do you think? Let me know. It's basically just my same hair but shorter.